Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZoZoStockWatch.com, and this is going to be your Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead, January 28th through February 1st. That's right, January is coming to an end, and this will also have your Stocks to Watch video combined with this one also. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the action on Friday. So the stock market closed higher, supported by the government reopening. The Dow Jones was up 184 points, the S&P was up 22 points, and the Nasdaq was plus 91 points. The news that came out, the government will be opening until the 15th of February, so let's go ahead and take a look at Trump signs bill to end the longest government shutdown in history. The House and Senate unanimously passed bill to reopen the government, but it's only temporary. The way I read it was that the government will be open until the 15th of February, the day after Valentine's. So some of the action from Friday, we had Google up 1.61%. Facebook climbed over 2% for Friday. Microsoft was up a little under 1%. Amazon also was up a little under 1%. Intel reported earnings after the bell on Thursday, so the stock moved down almost 6% for the day. The markets, they're shrugging off this negative news. At least 100 companies have reported earnings this week, but the markets have been moving up. I'll show you a chart of the SPY in a moment. We had the dollar moving down with gold and silver moving up Friday. The dollar is remaining below the 50 SMA. So GLD, JNUG, Nougat were strong on Friday. The SMH, even with the Intel miss in earnings, was up 8% in 2 days, and oil right now remains around that $54 area for oil. So, all right, so let's go and take a look at the SPY. And as you can see, there's a lot of lines on my SPY daily chart, but I want to show you something with the SPY here, and I want us to take a look at the monthly chart. As you can see, from 2009, we have this trend line. Right now, that trend line on the monthly chart is acting as resistance. That's around right where our highs are. We'll call it for that trend line resistance, we'll call it around 267, 270 area for the SPY on the monthly chart. So while we are improving in the markets, we're not out of the woods yet. Now, that's not saying that you can't find plays to trade and to swing trade, but we still have some work to do here. And as you can see, we are coming up to that on the monthly chart, that resistance. So we'll see how we're going to react when we get up to that area. Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily chart for the SPY. All right, and then you can see that light blue line right here carrying over. So that's the area that we need to get above. Now, we did have a high, let's see, back on Friday the 18th. The high was 266.98. We pulled back from that. So, and then as you can see here, this past Friday, the 25th of January, we had a high of 266.70. So that 267 area is the resistance spot at the moment for the SPY. So as I stated at the beginning of the video, gold had a very strong session on Friday. Was up almost 8% on the Nougat. That's the daily gold miners, and that was up almost 10%. JNUG was up. The junior miners was up almost 10% for Friday. For the week, both were up over 12% for the week. The big push came on Friday. The solar sector has been getting some buying. That was up 2.5%. The SMH for the day was up about 2% for the day. For the week, we were up about 4% for the week. And like I said, on the SMH, in 2 days, we had gained about 8% on the SMH until Intel earnings came out and pulled us back from those highs. But year to date, the semis are still up about 11%. Silver had a very good session also on Friday, up over 2.5% for Friday. The K-Web, the internet, the China internet names was up over 3% on Friday. For the week, up about 2%. To the downside, nat gas down for the week, almost 4% for the week. As you can see, volatility coming out of the markets again with the VIX with a 17 handled now for the week. That was down 2% for the day on Friday. That was down almost 8% on the VIX. The IBB was up a little bit for the day on Friday. Down also was the dollar. We were down about 1%, close to 1% on the dollar, the UUP. As you can see on the daily chart here of the dollar, we are holding below the 50 SMA. We came up to it, and then we had this pullback. So that's what drove gold and silver and some of the commodity. As the dollar moved down, gold and silver moved up. For the week also, we had the Dow Jones move up this week. The Dow Jones was up fractionally for the week. The S&P was actually down for the week, about fractionally, but down 0.26% for the week. Oil was down about 0.5% for the week. And then we also had the OIH down fractionally. IWM was just barely green for the week. The NASDAQ Composite just barely green for the week. If you like a visual for the weekly sector performance for the SPY, the REITs were the strongest sector. The XLRE, the XLK technology did fairly well this week. XLU utilities were up fractionally along with consumer discretion. The rest of the sectors, mostly the energy sectors, were down this week. If we want to go ahead and take a look at for the week percent change. So the XOP was down about 3.5% for the week. The XLE, the other energy sector, down 1.5% for the week. The XLP, consumer staples, down 1.37%. To the upside, we had the XLRE, the REITs, up 1.44%. The metals and mining ETF was up almost 1% for the week. The XLK, the technology sector, up a little under 1% for the week. So back to the SPY. The SPY has been grinding it out. We're watching that 260 level as I discussed earlier. We'll see if we can push up to that 270 area, and then the sloping 200 SMA on the SPY, but right now we need to get up over this 267 area, and then we're thinking of support around this 50 SMA for the SPY, the solid blue line you see going across here, which is around that 261, 260 area for the SPY. So remember, it's just support areas. There's, if they hit that, you don't automatically buy, but they can be bouncing areas, bouncing points, levels of support. So other than that, the markets are improving, but I feel, not out of the woods yet, but very constructive. All right, so the SPY improving, but like I said, not out of the woods yet, but work to do, but definitely improving for the bulls. From this low here on December 24th up to the highs where we are now, we're about 15% up off the lows from that December 24th sell-off. So let's go ahead and take a look and be prepared for the week ahead or some of our economic information that we need to be aware of. This courtesy of the Trade Exchange. This is a really nice calendar. I put it out on my public Twitter feed all the time. And just to explain, if you click here on these green boxes, that will give you the earnings that'll be coming out for each day. So it's a really nice calendar. If you want to go to my Twitter feed, it's ZoZoStockWatch. on Twitter. All right. So and once again, you click on the green boxes. That gives you the drop down for some of the top earnings of companies coming out each and every day. So for the week, right, thing that we'll be watching for is we have the FOMC meeting begins on Tuesday, the 29th, and then we get the conference also at 2:30 on Wednesday. So this will be the announcement on Wednesday. The meeting begins on Tuesday, but the actual announcement comes on Wednesday the 30th, and then there'll be a Fed chair presser at 2:30 where Jerome Powell will take questions. So they don't anticipate a rate increase not from what I'm reading and seeing. So Wednesday the 30th, we'll find out for sure. So big day. We also have oil numbers coming out. The EIA petroleum status comes out Wednesday the 30th. The API oil numbers come out at 4:30 on Tuesday the 29th. Don't forget, we also have the employment report coming out, the non-farm payrolls. That comes out Friday for February 1st at 8:30 in the morning on Friday. Nat gas will be reported at 10:30 on Thursday the 31st. We also have the GDP coming out on Wednesday the 30th at 8:30 a.m. So a big day for economic information. As far as some of the earnings coming out for the week ahead, a big week for earnings, kicking it off Monday before the bell with Caterpillar and with all the trade talk also going on between the United States and China. Caterpillar will be watched closely before the bell to see what type of comments they're going to make as far as China trade and whatnot. So CAT symbol there before the bell on Monday. AKS, a steel company, AKS symbol. Whirlpool will be reporting earnings after the bell on Monday. As far as before the open on Tuesday, we get Verizon, Pfizer, two components in the Dow. You get 3M, another component of the Dow. Nucor, NUE is the symbol there. HOG, Harley Davidson, HOG, Corning will be reporting GLW symbol there. As far as Tuesday after the bell, we get a big report here from Apple. And that comes usually 4:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, so they'll be reporting. AMD also reporting. eBay and Amgen reporting Tuesday after the bell. So big day for Apple. Baba will be reporting Wednesday before the open. Boeing, AT&T, McDonald's, three Dow components there. Sorry, AT&T not in the Dow anymore. So Boeing and McDonald's Dow components there. Facebook after the bell on Wednesday. Microsoft, Tesla, TSLA, PayPal, PYPL symbol there. Visa, Win, Qualcomm, US Steel, ServiceNow, Cree. So a lot of big earnings also coming out on Wednesday, all leading us up to Thursday after the bell, where we have Amazon reporting their earnings. So that's going to be a big day on Thursday after the bell. General Electric, UPS, Altria Group reporting earnings before the bell on Thursday. Merck, ExxonMobil, Chevron reporting earnings before the bell on Friday. Some unusual call activity from Friday, this courtesy of the trade exchange. We had DWDP, Yelp had unusual call activity, Square, unusual call activity, and American Airlines, AAL, unusual call activity. To the put side, we had Snap with unusual put activity on SNAP, this courtesy of the trade exchange. So here's our weekly chart of XOIL, which is the WTI light sweet crude oil. After a nice bounce here, the low of 42.36, we've had a nice climb up to about that $54 area. So we'll be watching where around that $54 area to see if we can reclaim $55 a barrel. You see this straight down move from about $80 down to 42 and change, and just a slight bounce here. So a ways to go for light sweet crude oil. This is the earnings calendar for the weeks ahead. Once again, courtesy of Earnings Whisper. So we're into this week right here. After that, we go into Google reporting next Monday. Alphabet, Google. We also get Walt Disney reporting. General Motors, FireEye will be reporting in the weeks ahead. Twitter will be reporting. Cliffs Natural Resource, CLF, will be reporting. Spotify also reporting. So once this big week is over, we still have some more earnings to get through for the next rest of February. Let's go ahead and look at some of the best stocks for the week that passed. First, starting out with IBM after they came out with their earnings and they upped their guidance. Also, they moved up 10% for the week on IBM. WDC saying that they're going to keep the dividend, so this stock climbed 18% for the week. STX moved up in sympathy, also up 13% for the week. MU, another data storage company, this one up 15% for the week. RAND also climbing this week, up 33% for the week. CLRO, a small communications equipment stock, CLRO, moving up over 50% this week on CLRO. PCG climbed 85% this week. A lot of news swirling around this one. They had declared bankruptcy. The CEO, the original CEO, had left the company, replaced now, and now still going through, I guess, bankruptcy proceedings. And also they came out and said that they may not be at fault for the fires. More to come on that. But PCG up 85% for the week. XLNX, a semiconductor name, pushed almost 20% this week after they reported earnings. LRCX also helping the semiconductor space. The SMH up 17% for the week on this stock. AMAT had a very nice week, up almost 14% for the week. SMH itself climbed 7% for the week. Square had a very nice week. Also had unusual call activity, as I mentioned earlier, up 13% for the week. HYRE climbing this week, up 10% for the week. eBay, activist investors are involved in this name now, up 11% for the week. LUV reported earnings. This stock climbed almost 9% for the week. CGC had a very good week. Their price target was increased, I believe, to $60. This stock climbed 13% for the week. CRON also following, up 17% for the week. CSIQ, a Canadian-China solar play. This stock climbed 7%. JKS, a China solar name, climbed 18% for the week. Sedge, an Israeli solar name, climbed 9% for the week. IQ, a China stock, climbing 13 to 14% this week. HUYA also jumping this week, up 14% for the week. BILI, a recent IPO, also up almost 6% for the week. Watt, WATT, climbed almost 11% for the week. Nvidia having a good week. This stock moved up almost 6% for the week. MTCH, Facebook was supposed to put these guys out of business, but this stock moving up 11% for the week. ROKU, Roku having a very nice week, up almost 5% for the week. Those are some of your best stocks for the week. Some of your worst stocks for the week, and we'll start it off with EDIT. This is a biotech name. The stock dropped 18% for the week. The CEO resigned. RNN, they're doing an offering. Stock dropped 55%. URGN, this stock dropping 18% for the week, doing an offering there. PTCT, also an offering, down 15% for the week. AbbVie came out with earnings. This stock dropped almost 8%. Intel had earnings, and this stock dropped about 3% for the week, but they had a Friday drop of about 5% for Friday. IDXG, This stock dropping 18% for the week. Qualcomm having a bad week in the semi space, down 6% as they still have legal battle going on with Apple. So Qualcomm dropped 6% for the week. CORT, a biotech stock, dropped almost 18% for the week. Tilray, a cannabis name, down almost 10% for the week. Tesla reduced its production of Model S and Model X. And competition is heating up for Tesla. So this stock dropped 14% for the week. MO dropping 6% for the week. Altria Group, VALE. Let's see, we have issues going on in Brazil for Vale. So this stock was down 6% for the day. Stanley Black & Decker also dropped this week close to 10% after they reported earnings. And FCX, Freeport-McMoRan, they came out with earnings. Stock dropped 7% for the week. So that's some of your worst stocks for the week. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the FANG names and some of the companies reporting earnings coming up. So Amazon has this 1700 area up ahead. This is a daily chart you're looking at. We still have a rising 200 SMA on Amazon, so we'll see what happens when we get up to about this 1700 area. Earnings are coming out this week, coming up on Thursday. Apple did finally get above this 155. We spoke about that in previous videos. Climbing slightly here on Apple. As you can see, a lot of work to do here. Apple earnings coming up shortly this week. Coming up, Google. This stock moving up, has that $1,100 area up ahead and still below the 200 SMA on Google. Facebook trying to clear this 152, 153 area. It's bounced off around 125, 123 for Facebook. Let's see, Netflix has recovered this week a bit. We had that pullback from the earnings. We pulled back to about this 100 SMA here and around the 20 SMA, and we've gotten a pop around this 320 area. We'll see how it reacts. We had a recent high back here of 341. We'll see if it can clear that 341, 342 area for Netflix. And then lastly, out of the bigger names, we'll just take a quick look at Nvidia. Nice bounce off this 125 area for Nvidia, coming up to about the 158. They report earnings on Valentine's Day, so that's in a few weeks. So Nvidia, nice rebound here, getting back above the 50 SMA. A lot of work up ahead for Nvidia, but nice recovery. We'll see if that's going to continue in the weeks ahead. This information coming from the trade exchange. SSP, an insider purchase. MDR, insider purchase. GTT, a couple of insider purchases there on that one. And EGLE, 10% owner. Golden Tree, purchased over 300,000 shares at $4.46. This information coming courtesy of the trade exchange. All right, let's go ahead and get into the stocks that I'll have on watch for Monday and the next few days. ARNA Arena, basing under this $45 area. As you can see, the RSI down here is holding above the 50 spot. It's kind of flagging and basing under 45.20, 45.25. So this ARNA will be on watch. ARRY will also be on watch to see if we can break up and out above this 18 area for another biotech name there. AWSM, this stock had a little under 800,000 shares traded Friday. We'll see if this one wants to turn that corner, build up some momentum. The high on Friday was 255, so over that 255 area possibly. AXSM, this stock has been holding the 10 SMA and the 5 EMA on my daily chart. We'll see if we can get up over the highs on Friday of around 870, 875 for that name. BCRX, nice candle, closed at the highs on Friday. BCRX, we have a high back here of 971. So if it can clear that 975, 980 area, 1.2 million shares came into BCRX, or maybe we get some type of pullback play in this name, a red to green move on BCRX. BRS, an oil and equipment significant stock popping up. Over 4 million shares came into BRS. We came up to that $5 area, so this one will be on watch intraday. CGC, we'll see if there's any more continuation in this name. Would love a little bit of a pullback here to get involved. CGC, big volume coming into that one. CLD, a cold name, perking up here a little bit. Now, if you like these under $1 names, we had over 9 million shares traded. We're under 50 cents a share, but it is trying to turn. So keep an eye on that one if you like it. CLF, this one had a nice pop on Friday, getting back above the 200 SMA, over 14 million shares. The high on Friday was 976. We closed at 961. So keep an eye on CLF. CLVS also coming up over this $24 area. We spoke about this one on previous videos. Full disclosure, I am in this one. Nice move up. So we'll see if anything wants to, if we get some continuation now up through that 25 area. CRM, this one, nice move up. Earnings are not until the 27th of February. So maybe for some intraday plays on CRM, the daily holding up here. Keep an eye on that one. DGLY had a big move up. 1 million shares came into this name on Friday. Securities Protection Services. So this one will be on watch. Usually not a very good intraday trader. So we'll see on that one. EXEL. Holding up very well, has that 2350, 2375 area to get up above. So we'll be watching that one. Maybe some resistance up at the 24 area, 2450 area for EXEL. Another name I'll be watching is JD.com. They're connected with Walmart. 27 million shares came into this name. We have that 2435, 2440 area for JD. Keep an eye on that. NBEV holding up very well. I think if this one can get up over 680 or so, might be worth a shot at a swing trade for NBEV. Overstock, a nice pop, big volume came into it. We'll see how this one sets up intraday on Overstock. Another name I'll be watching is PCG. It's been volatile, but you can get some plays during intraday. So I'll be watching PCG. QTT had a nice move up. This one had around 2 million shares come into QTT. Now it's stalled out here around 980. The high on Friday was 931. So QTT will be on watch. Roku, watching this one for the possible 44 break, 44.25 in that area for Roku. Watch it on an intraday basis. ROKU. Starbucks, they reported earnings back up near the highs now on Starbucks. So this looks interesting for maybe a possible swing trade in this name on SBUX. SPPI. 1 million shares came in on Friday, trying to get up over the 50 SMA here on SPPI. I'll have that on watch. VBLT will also be on watch for this name, trying to turn the corner. Would like to see a little more volume come into this name on VBLT. Let's see, Watt. This was one of the better stocks for the week. Was on our best stocks watch list. Need to see more volume come in this, but it is starting to get up over the 50 SMA on WATT. Yelp had that unusual options activity, so we'll see if this one can get up over 37.40, 37.45 area for Yelp. And then lastly, ZS in the software sector, software application sector. This one popped up. We'll see if we can get further continuation out of this name for ZS, Zscaler. If you'd like to try my service, it's ZoZoStockWatch.com. We are a day trading and swing trade service. For $30, you can get full access to the service, the day trading and the swing trading, full access to my screen share and the Omnovia room. If you're just a swing trader and if you would like to try our service for the first time, our swing trade service, it's $20 for the first month, $9 off is for the code for the swing trading. So if you're just a swing trader, we offer you that too. So just put in 9 off swing and for the coupon code, and you could be trying our service for $20 a month. If you'd like full access, you could try our service for $30 for a 30-day. All right, so this is Mike from ZoZoStockWatch.com, and this is your stocks to watch. And let's get ready for the week ahead. I hope you're more ready for the week ahead than you were before. We'll be doing another video Monday night for Tuesday, and each night we do a stocks to watch list for you. And good day trading tomorrow for Monday, and hope you have a successful day and successful week.